I have done my graduation in architecture, and after working as an architect for a year, I decided to pursue a design master's degree. And that's when my journey as a UX designer started. So, the biggest stereotype that was around when I was starting was that people used to associate that girls and the design means either they are fashion designers or interior designers. So, when I started working with the tech company, people used to think that maybe I'm designing office spaces or interiors for these tech companies. And some people who had some awareness about the UX design used to think it was all about the visual part and the aesthetics of the software. And that's when it used to become difficult to make them understand. But what actually UX designers do is like they create experiences which make people's life easier across the interconnected systems and services that they use. The complexity and the challenges that come with the use of technology and the environment we live in, which has so many touch points today, actually motivates me to work in the tech industry. As a designer working in the tech industry, it is my job to combine design and technology and create experiences for people so that their lives become easier and delightful while they are navigating this complexity. And I absolutely love what I do. I think the biggest challenge was to show the importance of design and what value designers can bring in the organization. It has been very challenging to bring that mindset change. And it is a constant process of educating people about how being user centric and bringing that into the DNA of the company can elevate product experiences across the product lifecycle, and in turn, the kind of competitive advantage the business gets from it. For me, getting into a design institute and then working as a UX designer has been the most transformative and great experiences of my life. So if you are looking to start into the design field, it's great. I'm sure you are going to have a great journey too. So as I said, there are many different ways in which you can start. And one I have mentioned, like which I did, I got into a design school. That is one path that you can take. You can look for, there are many different design schools which have different specialties, which you can look for what you need. The other way is to look for opportunities where you can work and learn on the job. There are many designers in the industry who have taken this path. So I would say look for those designers and follow them and talk to them and learn from their journeys and see what works for you. Other than that, there are any other avenues, like you can attend conferences, you can attend meetups where you get to meet a lot of folks who are interested in helping out the people who are starting out. You can read books and see what aspects of design excites you and then decide on a path that is best suited for you. My mother is always surprised at Alexa's responses, and she's always very amazed at how a machine is replying for everything, like weather or songs that we want her to play or jokes or games and anything. And she used to ask me, how is this happening? And I used to tell her that, like how you taught us things in our childhood and then we learned it and we are doing those things and the way we are talking and things like that. There are a set of people who are teaching Alexa as well, and it's learning and in turn replying to our queries. My journey with 24/7 started almost a year back, and it has been an interesting journey so far, very rewarding. The time I started with 24/7 was an interesting time. The pandemic was just starting, and we were starting to work remotely. I was amazed to see how smooth my onboarding was, and I had a very, very supportive team who helped me in all the aspects. And we are working remotely for a year without any issues. The only thing is that I wish that the times get better and I get to see and meet my team and work with them in person.